Hello. So, tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes is not sponsored. However, if you are looking to partner or sponsor the Rydes N Vybes brand, please feel free to reach out to me via DM, text, email, whatever works best for you. And then we'll speak about working with your business or brand to be promoted on the Rydes N Vybes platform. So tonight's guest is Lala Fox. And if you guys have been under a rock and you have not been following this young lady, you have really been doing yourself a disservice if you are in the car/race world, because she is an amazing, dope lady. So while we wait for Miss Fox to come on, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure that you go do that, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, catch up on any past episodes of Rydes N Vybes, and if you missed any of tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, you can do that as well. Hey, lady.
Hi.
Listen, let me just tell you, when you driving that car, in my head, I'll be in the passenger side with you.
I gotta get a picture of you to put in the passenger seat.
Please do.
Right there.
So first, I wanted to tell you thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and answer the fans' questions. I know you are extremely busy, so I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
After this, I'm going straight to bed. I'm tired.
You're not even that old.
How old do you think I am?
You look like you about in your maybe mid to late 20s.
Yeah, 29.
Yeah, see, you ain't that old.
Okay.
I'm 47.
Oh, you don't look 47.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, but I am.
You're welcome.
And I feel it every day. Okay. All right, so what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, so tell me how you got started being into cars and racing.
I got started, basically, I grew up around him. My dad, he had a 89 Fox body that I grew up watching him race. That was a huge part of my childhood. We've always been a Ford family, so we've never really owned anything else. Nothing else was allowed in the driveway, I guess. But I grew up going to the track with him and watching him race, and that's where I grew, I guess, like loving the Fox body specifically.
Right.
So yeah, I just grew up watching him doing that. I got my first Fox maybe 4 years ago now. 3-4 years ago. Just bought another one. But yeah, we've just been
so that answered one of my questions, because a lot of people were like, why Fords? What do you think made your dad go with a Ford?
I don't know. That's actually a question I need to ask him, because I don't know. His dad was a Ford guy. My grandfather, I never met him. He passed before I was born, but he was a Ford guy too. So he probably has something to do with that. Probably.
And you said you never owned anything else?
Nope.
You are really doing yourself a disservice, but I'm gonna let you have that though. I'm gonna let you have that, because I'm a Chevy girl.
Okay. Sorry. But I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. So what's been the biggest adversity that you have faced being a female in the race world? I can't hear you now. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can hear you now. I said, what's been the biggest adversity that you have faced being a female in the race world?
I don't get a lot of negativity, which is kind of shocking. People seem to be really supportive. No one's really like negative, especially at the track. No one's negative or like, weird. I don't get bad vibes or really like any disrespect. So that's good. I would say I've had a pretty good experience there. I think a lot of people are shocked, to see a female into cars. That's probably the only thing, but I don't get like a lot of like backlash or really anything.
Okay. And you said you just bought another car?
Yep, I bought a 93 Calypso notch. Yes.
But so what's your daily driver?
Well, right now I got the 2024 Mustang
Mm-hmm.
Ford with my partnership with Ford. So I drive that now. So that's fun for me.
You said partnership with Ford. That was a flex. Let's talk about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm doing like a ambassadorship program with them with the 2024 Ford Mustang. So that's been really cool to do and experience.
How did that come about?
I have no idea. It was just like it fell on my lap. They reached out to me and I was like, I thought it, I honestly, I thought it was fake.
Right.
An agency reached out to me and I was like, I'm not responding to this email. And they reached out to me again. And then I did some research and I was like, oh, this is real. This is real. I should respond. So I did. But yeah, I put a lot of hours in with like, I feel like with YouTube. I don't know. I've just been a Ford enthusiast and really a Mustang person my entire life. Um,
Right.
so it's just one of those things that just was really surreal, I think, for me. It's a huge blessing. I never saw it coming. I'm in my own lane, just in the garage at the track, just, making videos. But yeah.
You know what though? That's a testament to I tell people all the time, run your race, right? But then you also never know who's watching.
That part. You never
Because
know who's watching. And I've said that on a couple of podcasts before. They're like, well, any advice? I'm just like, just keep posting, keep doing what you're doing because you don't know who's watching you. Even if you have
right.
10 views, you don't know who those 10 people are. And, like you never
Right.
know. You never know.
Because your likes and your views will never match. You could have 10 likes and the views, you like, I got 300,000 views
Yeah.
and only 10 people took the time to like it. But I always tell people like it took me a really long time to even get my followers up, but I was determined not to buy any followers. I was determined, even now, like my views, you know how you can tell when people watch that follow you and people watch that don't follow you? Is
Right.
that they will not click that follow button. Some of them, they gonna look though.
Yeah, they gonna watch. Yeah. Yep. But you never know. So I just, stay professional, on everything that I put out and just showed my authentic self. So things just fell into my lap. Things happen, so.
How does the rest of your family feel about you racing?
Oh, they're excited. My dad loves it. He was like, because I actually, when I was a kid, um, on my Christmas list, I would write down that I wanted a junior drafter
Mm-hmm.
every year, and I never got one. But anyway, I never got one. But my dad did tell me, he was like, I wish I knew how serious you were back then. Because, kids say they want to do stuff all the time. Like, racing's not cheap. So it felt good kind of hearing that. But my dad is super supportive. My parents, yeah. My brother, yeah, my whole family is. Friends are too. So
Your mom don't feel a way about her baby girl racing?
no,
Okay.
my grandma does a little. She gets a little. She's like, ooh, I don't tell her too many details. But yeah, they're really supportive. They watch all my YouTube videos because I don't live at home anymore. I live far from home. So they're always watching and like, I saw your video, and they share it with my other family members. They're so cute. They're so cute.
So where are you originally from and where do you live now?
I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, and I live in Michigan now. I'm back and forth though.
What made you go to Michigan?
Cars. The car scene. And I wanted to work for Ford actually. I finished grad school and I said, I'm going to move to Michigan so I can get into Ford.
Mm-hmm.
No plan. Just move.
Right.
Never worked for Ford, never got the chance to, but I have a partnership with them. So everything worked out the way it was supposed to.
Hey, listen, you just didn't specify how you wanted to work for Ford.
You're
So
right.
you
You're right. You're right. I did it when I was praying. I didn't specify with God. He said, I'm going to spin the block and do one
right.
better for you. So,
They
yeah.
said, "Oh, you from the low
Yeah.
country."
Yes, A43. Yep. Yep.
I don't know if I hear that in your accent though.
Geechee accent. I got it. As soon as I get off the plane, it comes back. It's like I never left. Like I never left.
When you told your parents you were gonna move to Michigan, were they like, "What?"
Yeah. they weren't feeling that too much.
Yeah. Are you the only girl they have?
Mhm.
Oh.
I'm the oldest. Yep.
I was like, oh my God, my baby girl moving all the way to
Yeah.
Michigan. And do you have any family out there?
Nope. I just had friends.
You know, you are my spirit animal. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't care if I move to Alaska. I'm gonna be all right.
You are. You gonna figure it out. And worst case, I just go back home.
Right.
And that's it. Just go
Right.
back.
I don't have a problem because, baby, I'll leave everything here and going on back home.
Exactly.
What's next for you? What do you, I know we talked about the Ford partnership. What you working, and the new car. So what you working on the new car?
Not yet. I need to get a new dash for it, cut the old cage out of it, and then I put a new dash in it, and then send it off to get a 25.5 cage, and then I'll start kind of building that. I do have a motor that I want to put into my silver coupe now. It's a 436. I think it's my dad's old dart block that he had in his race car. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put that in my silver coupe. Sorry, Henry.
That's the dog. Oh,
The dog. Oh, no, not right now. So yeah. And then I'm working on something else really big. I can't talk about it now. I can't say it right now.
Trust
But
me,
it's huge. It's huge. So
well, I can't wait to see it come to fruition because I know it will. How do you balance personal life with all your other endeavors?
um, hmm. I don't. I don't know. I try to check in with myself, you know. But I feel like I won't be this young again. And burning yourself out, that's not what you want to do at all. I've kind of already done that. Now I'm kind of focusing on if I'm tired, I'm done. Like I'm not going to burn myself out really.
Right.
But I'm also at like my prime where things are happening.
Yeah.
But it's okay, and I need to learn it's okay to say no to certain opportunities.
Yeah.
I want to say yes to everything, and I can't do that.
Right.
So I'm learning. That's something that I'm currently learning.
Right.
But I'm a hustler. I grind, and it's just how I am. So.
What's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay. So I'm a Taurus, and that's one of our traits. We gonna go hard, like super hard. My mom's an Aquarius too, so that means I know you're very lovable. My mom is such a lovable person.
And I think we're dreamers too. I have big dreams, like me moving out here to work for. I just have big dreams and things that if I want something, I'm going to get it. If it means running myself into the ground to get it, well, I'll sleep later. That's just how I am.
Well, you definitely said one thing that you touched on. One thing I can say, I always try to tell people, especially women, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to expound on why you're saying no. It's just no, 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 period. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain to you why I'm saying no. I'm just saying no. I don't want to.
Yep.
Yep. So, I will say that as being a female into cars and into racing and the things that we are into, I'm gonna tell you a story about what happened to me probably maybe about a month ago. I was talking to this guy, like we weren't dating, we were just talking to try and get to know each other. And he all of a sudden asked me, "Do you do anything girly?" I was like, "What that mean?"
Oh man.
He was like, "Well, cars." And I said, "Well, I like to fish and I like to travel." But to me, that was like a big red flag. Cause me, like, if you don't think, am I not feminine, or because I don't like what other girls like? Do you get that from potential people that are trying to date you?
Well, I have a fiance, so he's really into cars. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm engaged. But I do get hit on sometimes in the comments, and I'll just delete them because I don't need this. Is not a dating app, so just
Right,
delete.
right, right.
But yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, I need you. I want a woman like you," and da 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 da. And I'm just like, or they say, "I wish my girl was like you," and I'm like, "That's so terrible."
But I think
Don't.
a lot comes with that, though. I don't think people realize what comes with that if you're dating somebody that is really into cars.
No.
Even vice versa, like a woman dating a guy that's really into cars and you may not be into them. Now, before you were engaged, did you like if a guy was not into cars, were you like, hey, I'm cool on you, that's it?
Yeah, I tried to date with people that have the same interest in me because I've tried that. Like I dated an athlete at one point and he just didn't get it. And I was like, this is not going to work because this is something I'm passionate about. So if you don't understand why I'm spending so much money, why I'm spending so much time in the garage, you don't like to go to the track, like we're just not going to work.
Right.
Because this is my life year round. This is
Right.
what I do year round. So it's not going to work.
I always tell people I don't think that I could date a guy that's not into cars. The reason being, and then what's even more weird is guys go get women that are not into cars. And then they are
That
upset that the
they don't
women
like
are
their
not into cars.
hobbies. Yeah. 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 It's yeah. Yikes. 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 But it takes a secure guy, I think, too,
Yeah,
having someone into cars.
yeah,
Um,
because you're gonna be around men all day, every day. So the person has to be secure, and how did Cat Williams say he has to be in tune with his star player?
yes, yeah, they definitely have to be secure. But I really, I'm not in this for male attention. I could care less who's doing what. But I just I have blinders on. I stay in my own lane,
Right.
basically.
Take us through a day in your life.
Oh, well, car related or just day to day?
Car related.
Car related. Um, what could I be doing?
Just take us through race day.
Race day? Okay, so let's say if I'm racing in Ohio, um, I'll usually load up my stuff the night before, have the car in the trailer, everything, because I have neighbors. I don't want to crank my car up super, super early in the morning. We'll get to the track, and then let's say I have a test and tune that day. I unload my car, look over everything, and I'm also looking over everything before I leave my house. Let me mention that. But when I get to the track, look everything over. I set my suspension, get my laptop ready. If I'm in communication with my tuner, then if I need to put a tune in or something, get that ready to go. Fuel up, check tire pressure, just check everything, make sure everything's good to go. Then I put on my safety stuff. Then I head to the lanes usually. Put on my helmet, say a little prayer, get my camera set up if I have an in-car camera, and then I'm in the water box basically, and then I make my pass, and then I'm done.
Right.
So yeah. And then I just relax until my next pass or whatever I'm doing. But that's usually race day with me.
When's your next race?
I'll be at in Norwalk, NMRA Norwalk, June 6th, like that weekend, in Ohio. Yeah.
Okay. You already have some races lined up, or are you just going?
So I run the NMRA all-female True Street class. That's the kind of class that I race in currently. So that's what I'll be competing in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you ever teach classes to like young girls how to race and how to drive or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Something cool to be a part of for sure. Yeah.
Right.
It's important to have that representation and to do stuff like that.
Definitely, because it's definitely not a lot of females, but there really are not a whole lot of females of color in the race world.
Right.
That's one thing that I being into cars, even no matter whether you're in the race side, the car show side, the building side, no matter what you do in cars, there's not a lot of female representation, but there's definitely not a lot of females of color represented and represented in a positive manner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just like when you touched on trying to make sure you stay professional. I think even if you let's just even if you get upset because somebody say, you know, like you keep poking the bear. If you keep poking the bear, you know, hey, you get what you get. But as soon as you snap back at somebody, now all of a sudden you're the angry black female. You know what I'm saying? And so trying to stay professional is one of the things that I always make sure that I preach to us, because we don't have the complexion for the protection. I can't be angry. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure that I stay professional. And so I've been watching you for some time now, and I got to say you do an amazing job at it. I don't know if you've had like social media training or what have you, but baby, you stay. Sometimes I look at them comments and I be like,
Prayer. Yeah. Prayer. That's it. I have to stay. Yeah. No, nobody can trick me out of my spot. I got to and be level-headed. Yeah, because I have too much to lose. So I have too much. I've worked too hard.
right.
I've
So
worked too hard.
what happened in the moment you really realized you had the partnership with Ford? Take it that moment where you like jumping up and down, screaming and yelling, or what happened? Because I probably would have been like, I don't even look. I'm a Chevy girl, but if Ford would have tried to give me, I was like, oh my god.
I just, when you're reading contracts and signing stuff, I think that's when things become real. But when you first initially get the email, like I'm just like stunned. I'm stunned. Like your stomach kind of not turns, but it's like you're like, is this happening? Is this happening? And then I'm calling my family, like, do you see this? And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's
Did you
it's crazy.
did you jump up and down, and or were you like,
I'm not a big jumper up and downer. I'm a more sit down and just like
take it in?
yeah, take it. I'm gonna take it in first. I'm not ready to jump up and down or cry. Oh no, I'll get emotional, but I just have to soak it in.
I know
Soak it in.
you looked at the email and you was like, Ford.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I am super proud of you, though. I gotta tell you, like,
Thank you.
it's. I know your parents were like, I, you know what song come to mind? You know that song by Plies.
Which one?
I can hear my mama now. Go on, baby, pop your.
Yeah, when I tell them stuff, they're like, my mom's like, wow. Like she's like, wow, and I'm like, see, I told you, but this is why I had to move up here because I had a plan.
Right.
So, told you.
That's super dope. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's trying to, because what would you consider? I know you would consider yourself a race car driver, but would you also consider yourself maybe a race influencer?
I don't like that word.
Okay.
I don't know. Yes, I am. Yeah, okay, I'm a content creator, influencer, drag racer. I built my car. Yeah, I don't know. I get really weird with titles, labels. Like when people are like when they call like some of their followers like fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to use that word personally, just because it just I just feel like we're just people. I don't know. I don't idolize anybody or really anything usually. I have people that I like look up, like wow, I admire, but I wouldn't say I like idolize people. Like to me, people are people.
Right.
Yeah, that's just kind of like how I feel about it. But yeah, I guess you could say I'm an influencer, content creator, builder, drag racer. I wear many hats.
What would be a piece of advice you would give someone looking to get into that lane?
Do your research. Whether it's when you want to work for a certain brand, brands are reaching out to you. Definitely do your research on any equipment that you want to use. So cameras, make sure you have your mics, even just your cell phone. Just make sure you are well equipped. So research being well equipped. Have a plan, like what you want to do. And it's okay if you don't have a plan. Some people just pick up a camera and go, and they make the best content. Be yourself. Don't try to be something that you're not, because you will get exposed. Like, people will find out the real you eventually. The mask will come off.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing. Just be yourself. Find people that you can trust. So if you don't have experience being in the car scene, or wanting to be a creator, just like I said, do your research, find other creators that you like, maybe ask them questions, and stuff like that. That's probably the biggest thing. And be nice. Be nice.
Comments.
Oh, be nice.
Right.
Be nice.
Because the worst thing I hate is when I meet people that I may have been following, and they are complete jerks. I'm like,
yeah. That's always feeling.
You ain't have to be that way. You ain't have to be that way now. Like me, I'm not gonna never talk to you again.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's the worst.
Say it again.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I try to talk to everybody that see me at races or events, and they're like, "Oh, I watch your content." I'm so appreciative. I thank everybody. I try to respond to everybody's comments, DMs, everything. I don't, because it makes me sad a little bit when people are like, "I thought you would never respond to me." I'm like, why wouldn't I respond to you? Like, why wouldn't I message you back? You asked me a question, so why wouldn't I message you back? That's where I get the whole fan. Some people get big headed. I don't. I'm very humble. So yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, a lot of people get that way. And then the other thing is, I tell people all the time, now back in the days, Instagram used to really, really pay. You know what I'm saying? So, but now since they went away and came back, it's not really anything. So being popular on Instagram is kind of like being rich in Monopoly.
Oh,
it ain't really. It ain't not. I'll speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for nobody. I'm saying I can show you a video with so many views, it ain't even no money. But there are ways to compensate for that. But like Instagram, I mean, I've seen people with a lot of followers and not really, if they show you what they're making, their earnings, you're like, you got to be joking.
Yeah.
You have really got to be joking. And because, go ahead.
Oh, that's another thing I want to add. Make sure if you want to get into creating or, just sharing your journey, make sure you're just doing it for the right reasons too. Because money is not always going to flow. Your likes aren't always going to be good. Your views aren't always going to be good. You may not ever hear from a company that you ever want to work with. So just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons too.
Yeah, because I know some celebrities, and they've been shadow banned. So people ain't really been seeing their content like they were before, and it's just a lot that goes into. I take pictures of cars, and they be so. I'm not a good photographer, but I can record a race, and when I record them races, people love to see them.
Well, you have your strength, so that's capitalize on that. Yeah,
right. Because I can't figure out how to get the whole picture in the car, the whole car in the picture. I can't. If the car turned a certain way, I ain't gonna get it. I'm just sorry. I'm do my best. I'm gonna take different shots and put them in a reel, and you gonna get the idea.
You get what you get. Yeah.
Right. What would you tell your well, we won't call them fans. What would you tell your followers and supporters? What would you like them to know about you?
Ooh. Like something about me personally?
No, like maybe one of the biggest misconceptions. Like a lot of people have a misconception that people may have about you. You touched on the fact that they thought you probably would not respond to them when they send you questions or
Yeah,
send
that's
you.
that's a good one. That's a good misconception. I try to be authentic, while still being a little bit private. I keep some of my private life private. But that'd be the biggest thing. Or people will see me at they'll be like, "Oh, I can't wait to meet you," and at like an event I'm going to, and then we get to the event, they don't ever say anything to me, and they're like, "I saw you, but I was scared to talk to you, or you were too busy, or da 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 da," and I'm like, "You should have said something." Like, I don't know that. I love everybody. I like to talk to everybody, interacting with people, hearing your stories, or, just saying you watch my content. Like, I love that interaction. So if
I
you
don't
ever
think
see
people.
me, don't be scared to talk to me. I will not bite. If I'm busy, I'll stop what I'm doing if I can, like, or I'll talk to you while I'm doing it.
I don't think people know how creepy that is for you to see me and you was probably 10, 15, maybe 20 feet away from me, and then you ain't say nothing, and then you sent me a DM. That's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Des. That's pretty weird. Now I ain't gonna lie.
D, be quiet. So funny. Oh, I went to Autorama. Actually, what D is talking about. I went to Autorama, and I brought my car in by myself. So I needed to get like content of me putting my car in there, but I was by myself. So I said, "Here you go. Take this. Take my phone, and you're gonna take pictures of me. I'm gonna put you to work." That's what he's talking about.
So you just found somebody and
Well,
you was like,
I knew him. He's being a brat.
okay.
Being a brat.
So, anything else you want us to know before we get out of here?
Get out of here. I feel like we just get started.
Oh, we are? Well, what else
I don't
you want
know.
to talk
I don't have any.
No. What else you want to talk about?
I don't have anything to talk about. I'm good. Does anybody else have any questions though?
Looked in the questions box. I didn't see anything. But is there something else you want to talk about? We can talk some more.
I do want to talk about really quick turbos and tatas, because it's something that I started that I'm really passionate about. It's for breast cancer awareness. That's what I bought the Calypso car for. I'm going to build that. It's going to be a race car. It's a GT, Abraham.
Which 2024 Mustang do you have?
Yep, the GT S650. Yep, I think it's the premium trim.
So turbos and tatas. When is it?
So that is like a business that I started, basically.
Okay.
I have shirts for it. They can go on my website, www.turbosandtatas.com. I actually have the shirt.
Let us see it.
This is the Turbos and Tatas shirt. Here's the back. They're really soft. They're really nice. I like them.
That's
beautiful. And then all the proceeds go to breast cancer awareness. I do have my own shirts, but I'm not going to plug myself. I am going to plug Turbos and Tatas, though, because it's for a great cause. But if you want to buy my shirt, too, great. But I'd rather you buy these because it helps save boobies and people and educates people. So, yes.
That's a beautiful shirt. Do they come in all colors?
Just this one design right now. I usually do a new design every year.
Okay.
So, yeah, once these are gone, that's it. And then I'll do a new design. So that's the front, and then that's the back.
That's dope.
Yeah, thank you.
You had to throw the Fox body on there, huh?
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
You know what? We gonna agree to disagree. The Ford Chevy thing. We gonna agree to disagree. Cause you know what? I can't even hate on you because I love what you do. So ordinarily I would hate on the Ford people, but because I love what you do, they said how much are the shirts?
$25.
And they can do that. They can purchase them on your website.
Yep, www.turbosandtatas.com.
And that link is in your bio, right?
Should be. Yes.
Yeah. Normally I would
just send me a message and I'll send you the link.
Oh, we appreciate it. Normally I would talk smack to the Ford people, but I can't. I don't want to. You don't
want us coming for you.
No, you're too dope. Nah,
you don't want us coming for you.
I talk smack to them other 4 people, but you too dope for me to talk smack to.
we can go. No.
And in real life, you a badass. Like racing, you in real life a badass.
It's gonna be a
No,
good,
she. Okay, so DNL is big rim racing, and she does not do big rim racing. Do you ever go?
I need to go. Like I need to go.
Yeah,
but I haven't.
You gotta come to something. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you the list of, cause you're in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Send you the list of all the big rim races, and then maybe you know you can one that may be near you when you're not racing.
Okay.
You can pull up. That would be pretty dope.
I saw someone said something about an intro. Yep, I just got a new YouTube intro. So, yeah, it's funny that saw me on there. Yeah.
But other than turbos and tatas, what else?
That's it. See you at the track. That's it.
Will you race anybody?
I don't care. It's me against me when I'm at the I'm not into really being super competitive right now. Not at this stage in my life. I'm just working on dialing in my car, because I think this is the second year that I've raced my car. So I'm still pretty new with it. But yeah.
Oh, that's dope. They said let them know when you're gonna come to a big rim race. They'll buy your ticket.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thank you. So send me a list. Even if it's not up here, down south, I don't mind going either. Because I know there's a lot more in the southern region. So
I'm gonna send you DNL versus the world this week is in Valdosta, Georgia.
Okay.
So I know that might not be possible, but I'll send you the list of all the big rim races, and even if
let me know which ones you're gonna be at.
I got you. I got you. I'll let you know. So my daughter says she's gorgeous. She badass too, Crystal. You got to go follow her. She is she's definitely
She looks pretty too. Her name says top model, so I'm trying to look at her picture, but I can't see it.
Oh yeah, maybe Playboy Show. So Playboy Show is in Chicago.
That's not far.
So I'm gonna have to send you the list of all the shows, but we definitely would love to see you at a big rim show. And Big Low has a car kind of like yours that maybe we might need to set something up. I'm gonna send you.
Not you trying to set me up. Oh my god.
No.
Oh man.
I'm gonna send you some stuff because I think he goes to do you know who Mike Hill is?
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, so he puts on small tire races. Him and have you ever been to No Guts, No Glory?
No.
Okay, so they have those type of races, like the small tire races. So I'm gonna have to send you some stuff for them. But Big Low has a small tire car, even though he races big rim cars. Like he's the jockey for a lot of the big rim races. So
very good.
yeah, I'm gonna have to send you some stuff when we get it. We're gonna have to pull you over to. I know we won't convert you.
You don't want me to build no you don't want me.
You gonna build a big rim?
You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to do that.
You would not build a big rim car.
You don't want me to do that.
I don't believe you would.
Let me get done with this Calypso. We'll see.
Oh Lord, I don't.
We'll see.
Now they gonna be mad at me when you. Now they gonna be mad at me when you be whooping all of them.
Yep. They're gonna be
guys. Before you start, it's not my fault. I didn't do it.
Yep.
But listen, I gotta say, it was definitely fun speaking with you. I have been looking forward to talking to you because I like I said, I don't get to talk to many women who race and are actually serious about racing. So it's always super dope to me when I find one. And you are amazing at your craft. You know, I really believe in giving people their flowers while they are here to smell them. And you are amazing at what you do. And you know, I'm super proud of the partnership you have with Ford. Not many people. That's a real flex. Now you know that, right? Not many people can say.
I still can't believe it. I don't know. It's just like one of those things that doesn't feel real.
How long has it been now?
6, 7-ish months.
Right. So that's a flex. Listen, some of us can't even get, we just trying to get sponsored for a round, and you done got sponsored for oh. So like I said, I'm super proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on too, and thank you for what you're doing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I know I can say I'm gonna see you at the top. And if there's anything that I can do that I can be of service to you for, to reach out to me, and I got your back.
I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Good one. So, guys, if y'all missed any of tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, you can catch the whole entire replay on YouTube. You can catch the replay by clicking the link in my bio and subscribing to the YouTube channel. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you're just gonna have to catch the whole full entire replay on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, and I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.